Hello fellow followers. Warning, this video contains nudity. Cue intro. I want to quickly talk to you about the Bible, tell you what I'm hoping to do in the future, and act out some scenes so you know what's to come. So, the Bible. Now, contrary to popular opinion, the Bible isn't just one book. It's split into two halves, the Old and the New Testaments. Look at that! As well as that, the Old Testament, which is the stuff before Jesus, has 39 books, and the New Testament, which is the stuff after Jesus, has 27 books. Then both the Old and New Testaments are also split into sections. In the Old Testament, the first section is the history books. You know, I thought I could do this. I can't. I'll pick a different... I'll act something else out. Yes, Lord, I shall come up the mountain. Was better. That was better to act out. I should have picked that one to start with. History books, prepare to be shocked, are mainly history. Not entirely, there are also some poetry, some letters, some legal codes, and a few other things. The first 5 history books are traditionally called the Law or the Torah, and traditionally were understood to be written by Moses. Then you've got the books that happen before the kings, the stuff that happens with the kings and before the exile, and then you've got the stuff that's after the exile. Next we have what's normally called the wisdom literature. You know, you'd think I'd learn from my mistakes. I obviously don't learn from my mistakes. There's something else.
You are too lazy. Go and wash the dishes. Go and clean the house. Why do you never help? You never help with anything. You're useless. You're always down at the pub with your mates. You never come and help me. I slave away here all day. Oh.
The wisdom literature is a real mix of stuff. A songbook, a book of wise sayings, some erotic love poetry. No, I'm not kidding. A book asking why good people suffer, and a book that asks why life is so meaningless. Lastly, you have the prophetic books. How has this happened again? I just don't learn.
Oh yeah, this is more like it. This is more my style of acting.
These are normally split into the major prophets, because these books are longer, except Lamentations, but don't worry about it, and the minor prophets, which are shorter. These books contain some predictions about the future, largely composed of warnings to their contemporaries, and some history. Now, in the New Testament, the first 5 books are history books again.
This isn't even funny anymore.
I can see! The first 4 of these books are called the Gospels and tell the story of Jesus' life. The first 3 are often grouped together and called the Synoptics because they have a very similar style and arguably some common source material, whereas John has a very different style. Christ contains the history of the early church.
Hey, stepmom, you fancy getting it on?
Yeah, go on then. Next you have the Epistles, which are basically a whole bunch of letters. The first group are all traditionally meant to have been written by Paul. Then we've got a letter called Hebrews, which was written by... well, to be honest, we don't know. Then you've got a letter traditionally written by James, the brother of Jesus. Then 2 letters written by Peter, one of the disciples. 3 letters by John, the same guy who's traditionally meant to have written one of the Gospels, and the guy who's meant to have written Revelation. And finally, a letter written by Jude. The last book in the New Testament is Revelation! Hey, that's better! It's an apocalyptic book full of vivid imagery of dragons and beasts coming out of the sea and golden thrones and lions that look like lambs, and that's just naming a few things. We have it! The Bible! Now I say all these things because I have a plan. The plan is that I'm going to make a video about each book in the Bible. So Genesis in under 5 minutes, Exodus in under 5 minutes, all the way through till we get to Revelation. I've no idea if I'll manage it, I have no idea how long it'll take me, but that's the plan. If you want to join me, do keep an eye out on the blog page. You can always follow me, or you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, but however you do it, I hope you'll join me for future episodes. God bless, fellow followers.